Hey folks, how's it going? This is Waco Eco. Today I figured I'd show you some simple ways how I compost. Here we've got just a 32-gallon black trash can that I drilled some holes in, and it is strategically placed right next to our back patio door so that all of our food scraps can easily just be thrown out the window and into here. So this is one of our 32-gallon bins, and it's been composting quite well because this is about 3 years old, and last summer we had it filled all the way to the top, and it's just been going nicely. And one thing that I like about this is that we can put the lid on this. It's a pretty cheap trash can, so we use a bungee cord to fasten the lid down, and we can just take this off of here, roll it around a little bit in the yard, kind of get things mixed up, and go from there. But once things kind of progress in here, we kind of move things over to another trash can to kind of do like a late stage compost. But yeah, this is, super easy. We just kind of throw things out the window and they land in here. Sometimes they don't, sometimes they land over here, but I always come back out, the next day or whenever I get some free time and throw it all back in there. But yeah, so this is the lazy man's way of composting. The easy way, just kind of throwing things out the window. Let's go over here and I will show you where our other one is. So here's one garden plot that we've got that I'm trying to work on. Alright folks, so here's our other 32-gallon trash can. It's right next to a leaf pile that I've got here. This is our leaf pile that we throw excess leaves in, excess grass clippings, kind of let nature do its course outside of our cheap, poor man's compost bin. But you can see it's kind of quite full with leaves. There's my gardening helper. But yeah, so this is kind of our late stage composter. I just recently mixed it up, that's why there's some grass on top. But I'm not very active, I should say. I'm not a professional composter, so what you're seeing here is the results of just some really basic kind of no hands, no frills kind of composting. But I'll show you what we're going to do. What we're going to do is we're going to dump these two garbage bins out, see what kind of compost we get. I'll show you my compost sifter, and we'll go from there. Alright, thanks. Alright folks, so here we go. This is my composting process. Once I get to the point, it's usually about once in the spring. Sometimes I do it twice, maybe in the summer if things go well, but once in the spring before I plant everything, I kind of take my compost bins down, kind of dump them out. Here's my dumped compost pile, and then what I do is I take my handy dandy $10 compost sifter. Well, it was less than $10, but anyways, I could just kind of sift it all out into the barrel here. Whatever falls out, this is all the good small stuff, and then all the bigger pieces get thrown back into one of these two bins. And so I've got like an early compost bin and my late compost bin, and so I just throw the things that are still really early in the composting process into here. You can still see some twigs and some leaves and stuff like that, and then here's like later compost stuff, which is close to being done but not quite, so I just throw it back into there if it's kind of late in the process. But yeah, and then I just kind of with the leaf pile that I have here, I just kind of intermittently kind of layer things with the leaves that are back there, and then the cycle repeats itself, and I end up with a nice, probably I would say out of this pile here, I'd probably end up with a half barrel full of good compost that I'll use in my garden this spring. So this is my lazy man way. This is pretty much hands off. What I do in the summer is I basically just throw out table scraps from our window. I put grass clippings in both of these two bins, and I basically just take both bins down and rotate them, putting the lid on and putting the bungee cords on once a week, basically whenever I mow the yard. Rotate things, and that's basically all I do. I don't really get too involved. I don't spend a lot of money on it, and seems to be working for me. There definitely are better ways to do it, more time-consuming ways, and but this works for me. All right, folks, see here. Here's the good stuff. This is just doesn't get any better than this. It just crumbles right up. It's been sitting at the bottom of this garbage can for probably almost a year. This is probably last summer's leaf clippings and yard clippings and stuff. That just crumbles right up. There are no big chunks. Well, there's a stick, but I mean, this is just really good stuff, and it's pretty much hands-off, or almost as hands-off as you could possibly be. Alright folks, so after about 10 minutes of sifting, kind of got to a stopping point here. Let's see what we've got. We've got quite a bit of really good rich compost in here now. I mean, this is just really good fluffy stuff. Yeah, so this is what I do. There are better ways, but you know, for someone like me that doesn't have a whole lot of time or is willing to commit a whole lot of time to this, this is a good process. All you really need is just a couple of 32-gallon black garbage cans. Puncture a few holes in them. You can find out you know, some how-to videos online on how to do that. There's a sifter. Again, more how-to videos if you do a little bit of searching. There's my helper. And yeah, well, we're gonna have a good garden out of this. Plants will be happy. All right, thanks for watching.